Liam told his buddy I was the most skilled flirt he'd ever seen. Ryan looked confused. Liam lowered his head, taking a sip of whiskey. "You'll understand when she arrives." I stepped into the VIP lounge wearing a simple white sundress, my hair cascading down my back. The moment I took a breath, Liam snorted. "Smooth moves." Ryan's face became a living question mark. I first noticed Liam at another lounge weeks before we officially met. He sat in the corner booth, all sharp angles and icy elegance, wearing clothes with unrecognizable European labels. The diamond-encrusted Patek Philippe on his wrist practically required sunglasses to look at. My friend Emily whispered conspiratorially, "Ryan's friend. New money." Her latest fling was some trust fund kid. If Ryan brought him, that meant serious generational wealth. I nodded discreetly and looked away. Our second encounter happened sooner than expected. Emily dragged me back to the lounge after fighting with Ryan. "He's the worst lover I've ever had," she announced loudly, the iPhone on the table still broadcasting their active call. I mentally lit candles for Ryan's dignity. 5 minutes later, the door crashed open. Red-eyed Ryan burst in begging for another chance while Liam strolled behind him like this was mildly entertaining theater. Emily pretended to resist for 2 whole minutes before melting into Ryan's arms. Scram! She finally kicked at Ryan's shin. "I need to get Sophia home." Her boyfriend immediately shoved Liam forward. "Designated driver service. Top safety rating. Babe." I glanced at Liam's impassive face. His new Audemars watch glinted like a warning. "I can Uber," I ventured weakly. "Absolutely not," the couple chorused. The Mercedes Maybach's leather seats felt colder than Liam's silence during the ride. No music. No conversation. I inched toward the door until our first real interaction happened as we reached my apartment. The door?" I flushed. He'd opened it for me earlier. My nervous smile faltered when his fingers brushed mine on the handle. Liam turned his head, paused slightly, leaned over, and reached out. His scent was pleasant, even up close. I couldn't pinpoint the brand of his cologne, but it smelled expensive. I bolted from the scene. Somehow, Liam and I ended up meeting 3, 4, 5, honestly countless times. Our acquaintance stretched over weeks. Eventually, I'd nod in greeting when we crossed paths. We might have been the most punctual people alive. Every reservation found exactly 2 early arrivals, him and me. The last to leave? Again. Just us 2. Liam maintained our driver-passenger dynamic. My employee texted about new flower arrivals needing inspection. Nervously, I showed Liam my phone. "Let's go here today." The map displayed my tiny flower shop squeezed between skyscrapers. He grunted acknowledgement. I exhaled quietly. Even his monosyllables carried weight. He drove me to the shop. As I exited, his question stopped me. "Return time?" "Huh? 9? I guessed. He sped off after my answer. At 9:01 p.m., his luxury car reappeared outside my cramped storefront. The vehicle looked absurdly out of place. "Apologies." Liam deadpanned. The drive took 61 seconds. I scratched my neck, sliding into his passenger seat. Though technically Emily's friend, his dedication to this chauffeur act felt excessive. His car interior smelled crisp, mirroring his personal fragrance. Clutching 2 tulips I'd grabbed on impulse, I offered them before exiting. His eyebrow arched. "For you." "Thanks." His wristwatch glinted, another new addition to his collection. Damn capitalist. Emily seemed surprised when I mentioned this arrangement. "Liam?" She hesitated. "Hold on. Let me check with Ryan." Ryan being her trust fund boyfriend. Her text arrived quickly. "Sophie, relax. Harrison Enterprises is literally on your route." My anxiety dissolved. Thank God this wasn't special treatment. That would have been terrifying. Outside, a car horn honked. After briefing my employee and saying goodbye, he joked with a grin, "Boss, I've seen that car parked here a few times. Is that your partner, Mr. Boss?" I shook my head so hard my cheeks wobbled. Shooting him a panicked look to shut up. Liam had already walked into the shop. The employee gave me an exaggerated wink, "Message received," before slipping into the back room. Over by the display, Liam was casually inspecting bouquets like he owned the place. "I'll take these," he said, pointing to a vase of premium peonies I'd just imported. The employee zipped out to wrap them, and within 5 minutes, the transaction was done. I stood there gaping. Chinese efficiency strikes again. Liam placed the flowers in his back seat. But as I turned to leave, he said, "Wait. Your flowers. Those are your flowers." "Not anymore." It took me 3 full seconds to realize he'd bought them for me. I stumbled backward. But Liam just shrugged. "Consider it repayment for those tulips you gave me." Was he seriously equating my half-dead, clearance rack tulips, the ones I'd guiltily handed him after my employee said they were too wilted to sell, to this? Before I could protest, he dumped the bouquet into my arms. "I've got meetings tomorrow. Might be late." "Oh, right. Cool." I cringed so hard I could have dug a hole with my toes, clutching the peonies like a bomb. When I risked a glance up, he was already watching me. "So, see you?" I blurted. "See you," he said, that faint smirk playing on his lips again. He didn't show up the next day. "Sorry. Last-minute dinner plans. No ride needed tonight." His chat bubble pulsed, typing. Stopping. Typing again, before finally frowny face got it. Of course. Classic emotionally minimalist guy. My friend across the table squinted at my phone. "Who's got you making that face? Your mortal enemy?" "More like, my situationship's acquaintances, person?" "Wow. So it's complicated. Or way too simple." Our entire chat history was 2 blue bubbles. After dinner, we window shopped until a luxury store's price tags made us flee to a trinket kiosk. As we left, I swear I saw Liam's silhouette glide into that same boutique. When my friend and I parted ways, I lingered at the crosswalk checking rideshare prices. A shadow fell beside me, then a familiar cedar and rain scent. I turned my head. Liam's face was as annoyingly handsome as ever. "Fancy meeting you here." He glanced down at me. "Need a ride?" "Yeah." "What a coincidence," I muttered, clutching my plush bag in the passenger seat. Something felt off about Liam showing up here so conveniently. Emily's text buzzed through a location pin. She was at this mall too, with Ryan in tow. The tension drained from my shoulders. That explained Liam's presence here. I settled deeper into the surprisingly comfortable seat. Another notification chimed. The college guy who'd added me on WeChat after visiting my flower shop, frowny face Sophia. "Why weren't you at the shop today?" "Out running errands," I replied. The kid's energy practically radiated through the screen. Frowny face, "Will you be there tomorrow?" "Yep. Coming to see you tomorrow." I was typing a proper response when Liam's gaze burned into my profile at a red light. "Friend?" he asked casually. I shook my head. "Just a regular customer." Liam stayed silent. 2 minutes later, "That kid's into you, isn't he?" His question dripped with fake nonchalance. "Doubt it," I said after considering. "He's bought multiple bouquets over several visits." Liam kept his eyes on the road. "Probably giving them to some girl." "True." I smiled. "Kids these days know their romance." "You're not exactly ancient either." I checked my reflection in the sun visor mirror, patting my cheek. "Thanks." "Same to you." We lapsed into awkward small talk until reaching my apartment. I waved goodbye. Liam rolled down his window, eyes glittering darkly under streetlights. "See you tomorrow." The college guy bounced into my shop next morning, Sophia! His youthful energy made me nostalgic. 2 years out of college. I'd already traded all-nighters in a lucrative corporate job for floral arrangements and vitamin D deprivation. The kid had surprisingly good taste. His selected blooms created perfect textural harmony. Your wrapping skills make all the difference. Sophia. His ears pinkened as he stole glances at me. The bell jingled violently. The familiar voice. Unlike his usual self, Liam was dressed casually today. His slicked-back hair was down, with dark strands falling over his forehead, softening his features. Strangely, he looked like a college guy premium upgraded version. That commanding presence no ordinary young man could imitate. Hey there, man. The college guy's silver earring glinted, his canine tooth charmingly visible. He tilted his head at Liam with a half-smile, positioning himself beside me. Liam acknowledged with a nod. Here to buy flowers from Sophia? The college guy sighed dramatically. Bad timing, dude. No discounts today. Liam cut him off with an amused smirk. Isn't your bouquet ready? The guy blinked, accepting the flowers I handed over. You should head out. Wouldn't want to keep your campus sweetheart waiting. Hey! The college guy protested as I chimed in. Make sure you're only giving these to one girl. I've seen you buying pink peonies 3 times this month. That's not, he frowned. Sophia. Sophie's arrangements are exquisite. Liam interjected smoothly. Your girlfriend will adore them. Flushing under our combined gaze. The young man clutched his bouquet and fled. I shook my head, smiling nostalgically. Just like campus days. The shop emptied until only Liam and I remained. Care to recommend some flowers? You're actually here to buy blooms? His eyebrow arched. What did you think I came for? My eyes dropped to his Patek Philippe. Flexing your new watch. Finished a major project. Need celebration flowers. His gaze lingered on me. Made time today. Straightforward as ever. What kind? Expensive. The most luxurious ones. Quantity irrelevant. And just like that, Liam became my VIP client. Flowers arrived. Stunning. His text came with a fresh photo. I exhaled relief. Never imagined doing business with the Harrisons. Thank God for Emily's referral. The bell jingled as Liam entered next morning. I was wiring orchids when he appeared, glancing around the empty shop. Sophia. A discreet black folder landed on my work table. Contract for weekly floral installations. Harrison Enterprises. His finger tapped the embossed logo. 3-year term. My shares froze midair. The numbers on the document made my pulse spike. Standard agreement. His cufflinks caught sunlight as he leaned closer. Though I'd prefer. The college guy burst in clutching wilting roses. Sophie! Emergency! Can you salvage these before my date tonight? Liam's lips twitched. Still buying pink flowers. I see. I peeked out and saw Liam's expression remained natural. A thank you gift. Your flowers are beautiful. I glanced at him. If it's just a thank you gift, it's way too extravagant. Just something I grabbed from the gift pile. $2,000. Not expensive. Liam wasn't accustomed to lying. He glanced at the flowers in my hands and changed the subject. Client order? He moved beside me with practiced ease, helping arrange the bouquet. No. I answered without looking up. There for someone. His hand stilled momentarily before he resumed with neutral tone. For someone? The pastel wrapping paper, a girl? I pressed my lips together, suppressing inappropriate laughter. No. A guy. Liam fell silent. I tilted my head to study him, eyes curving. What brings you here? Isn't today your project celebration? He paused, deliberately emphasizing. Just passing by. Thought I'd take you to dinner. My eyebrows shot up. That's quite the detour. Can't though, I need to head out soon. Hand me those pitcher plants? Our fingers brushed as he passed the stems. He recoiled like he'd been shocked. I finished the arrangement in 3 swift motions and shoved the bouquet into his arms. Liam looked down. Emotions shadowed beneath his lashes. What's the address? I'll deliver them. He met my gaze calmly. No address? They won't give it? Sounds like this person isn't, they're yours. Worth keeping, wait. What? Liam froze. Genuine bewilderment erasing his usual composure. Flustered. I nudged him toward his car. Put them in the back seat. My ears burned. This was mortifying. He moved mechanically under my push. Then stood staring at the flowers. Glancing at me. Absently tracing the car door. His poorly concealed delight mirrored how I acted when trying to hide happiness. Pulling a velvet box from my bag, I revealed an exquisite necklace. It's stunning. Liam cleared his throat. Help me put it on? I tilted my head, exposing my neck. From his perspective, the vulnerable curve looked like a fawn offering its throat in trust. His fingers trembled slightly against my skin. Done yet? Almost. His breath warmed my nape as the clasp finally clicked. He adjusted his expression calmly and looked at me. So where are you headed? I can give you a ride. Dinner? Liam maintained his composure though the corner of his mouth twitched upward. With friends? Tell me the address. We might be going the same way. Same way, my ass. You're always going the same way. I flushed slightly. Actually, it's a blind date my mom set up. I already called a ride. As if on cue, a cab screeched to a halt at the alley entrance. Hey lady! You order this ride? Coming! I darted over, yanked the door open, and slid inside in one fluid motion. The driver glanced at Liam still standing windblown in the street before peeling away, leaving nothing but exhaust fumes behind. In the private lounge, Ryan clung to Liam's arm blubbering. She doesn't love me. Liam! Emily just plays with me like some damn puppy. Liam irritably ran fingers through his hair. Patience thinning. Ever consider you might be the problem? Ryan's sniffles halted abruptly. He gaped at Liam's impassive face before howling. You're even worse than her. His phone pinged. The waterworks stopped instantly. Wait, Emily texted. Ryan tapped the chat window and recorded an obnoxiously prolonged voice message with exaggerated bass tones. Babe, I got here safe, heading home soon. Whatever Emily replied made Ryan giggle stupidly, rolling away to cradle his phone. Pathetic. Liam clicked his tongue, shifting further down the couch as he checked his own phone. His last message to Sophia still showed, "Did you get there safely?" with that infuriating spinning gray circle. Maybe the spotty cell service delayed her response. He refreshed for 5 straight minutes. Nothing. Ryan kept chirping. See? She does care. Emily asked if I arrived safely too. The word safely detonated in Liam's neural pathways. A vein throbbed at his temple as he snapped coldly. Get out. Who pissed in your cereal? Need me to call security? Ryan scampered off, snickering. The empty champagne flute cracked slightly under Liam's tightening grip. Liam leaned back in his seat as Ryan pulled his head back inside the cafe. Are Emily and Sophia close friends? Liam asked. His voice casual yet edged with something sharper. Ryan's face lit up with mischief. Oh. They're practically joined at the hip. Emily's been coming around here for weeks because of her. What's the plan? Chief? Smitten? Thinking of making a move? Or should we just kidnap the girl and be done with it? Liam shot him a look that could curdle milk before muttering. Just ask Emily to check if Sophia got home safe. Across the room, I stirred my 3rd cup of cold coffee. My blind date finally arrived. 30 minutes late and smelling suspiciously like he'd stopped for a haircut en route. What would you like to order? He slid the menu toward me with practiced charm. as if I hadn't been counting ceiling tiles for half an hour. I'm good, I said, forcing a smile that made my cheeks ache. Frankly, I think we're both just here to check some family obligation boxes. The 30-minute fashionably late entrance? Classic avoidance tactic. His ears turned pink as he pretended sudden fascination with his espresso. Actually, I was thinking we could. At the neighboring booth, Ryan's stage whispered, "Late arrival, automatic 5-point deduction." Liam nodded sagely, swirling his black coffee. No respect for others' time. Not like you, Ryan added with exaggerated reverence. Only that one time when the board meeting ran late and you showed up 60 seconds past 3 to pick up Sophia. Never heard the end of that. The memory brought color to Liam's neck. Shut it. Back at my table, I shifted my feet toward escape position. So, hobbies? Golf. My date announced like he just revealed the secret to cold fusion. Country club membership. Tournaments every weekend. Ryan nearly choked on his latte. Golf? Who does this guy think he is? I work 90-hour weeks and still don't have time for that pretentious crap. I fought the urge to check my non-existent watch. How old are you? Exactly? My mom was weirdly vague. When he answered, the sudden silence from the next booth was deafening. Ryan turned to Liam with mock solemnity. Dude, you're ancient. Liam's coffee cup hit the saucer with a clatter. Get lost. The date ended as expected, me fleeing toward the parking lot while Mr. Golf Pro texted dinner plans for tomorrow. Through the cave window, Liam watched my retreat. His jaw tight. Ryan smirked. Relax, Romeo. At least she's not into guys who play dress up as country club princes. I wished I could sprout wings and fly away. But he kept chasing relentlessly. After leaving the cafe, he trailed behind me, eagerly offering to drive me home. I forced a smile. No need. I've already called a ride. Truthfully, I hadn't ordered one yet. I just couldn't stand another minute with him. My blind date. Ryan hesitated. Then should I walk with you? A familiar voice cut through his question. Liam appeared beside me. I looked up, blinking. He glanced down, car keys jingling in his hand. Your ride's here, he repeated. A godsend. I exhaled in relief and nodded. Ryan opened his mouth but shrank under Liam's stare, finally muttering in confusion, since when do Bentleys show up as regular rides? Different people have different luck. I said solemnly. Let's respect each other's ride choices. In the passenger seat, Liam waited with his usual patience for me to buckle up. I tilted my head. What brings you here? Just passing through, he answered, powering up the windows to block Ryan's sulking glare from the cathedral. Text notifications exploded from the back seat. Since when am I banned from your passenger seat? You heartless bastard. Let me 3 in. I need that ride. Your phone's blowing up. I mentioned. Emergency? Liam smoothly unlocked the device, powered it off, and tossed it behind us. Nothing important. Where to? Home. Please. My pleasure. He paused. Free tomorrow? Busy. Thursday? Booked. Weekend? Swamped. His knuckles whitened on the steering wheel. Understandable. Flower shops get hectic. Actually, I shook my head. We're dead slow. Liam's posture stiffened. I studied his profile. You've been tailing me, haven't you? The car slowed as I delivered my ultimatum. No more parking outside my place. Liam, this ends tonight. We've gotten multiple noise complaints from elderly neighbors during our evening walks. Liam stood by the entrance, his solitary silhouette stretching long under the street lamp. I sighed. You should head back. Liam. I came to buy flowers. He insisted. Relenting, I let him in. Liam pretended to browse through arrangements with exaggerated deliberation. seeing through his act. I warned. Either make a purchase or leave. Forced to abandon his stalling tactics, he reluctantly selected a bouquet. VIP discount, 35% off. I said without looking up from the register. After paying, he thrust the flowers toward me. Keep them. These are for you. His stubborn tone left no room for argument. I met his gaze briefly before accepting. As Liam drifted toward the exit, he paused mid-step and turned abruptly. Need a ride home? My shift's not over. My employee pretended to focus on inventory while stealing glances our way, frozen in that awkward half-crouch people adopt when trying to be invisible. The moment Liam disappeared, the clerk pounced on the cufflink left conspicuously near the cash wrap. Sir, you forgot. He dashed outside, waving the accessory like a victory flag. Not mine. Liam maintained perfect composure. Saw you take it off while choosing flowers. The clerk pressed it into his palm. Come back anytime. Boss said you always get 35% off. Even if Miss Bennett's out, I'll handle your orders. I've mastered her wrapping techniques. Liam's jaw worked silently. Go on. The clerk mouthed encouragement. Peering through the window, Liam asked, will she be here tomorrow? Hard to say. She's only been regular lately because of increased orders. Liam hesitated before voicing his real concern. That college kid, does he still come daily? Which one? The clerk scratched his head. Half the university circles through here. You know Miss Bennett's reputation. Students from 2 blocks over swarm like bees to honey. Liam's eyebrow twitched. Girls too, the clerk added cheerfully. I in the familiar private lounge. Cigarette butts piled high in the ashtray. Liam's friends exchanged worried glances. Everything okay, man? Maybe ease up on those. Fine. Liam rarely volunteered conversation, but now he stubbed out his cigarette and leaned forward. There's something. What do you think of me? Liam repeated. What kind of person do you think I am? His two friends launched into earnest flattery, praising his looks, wealth, youthful success, reliability, and ambition. Liam frowned, visibly displeased. He lit another cigarette, gaze lowering. Plenty of people are good-looking, rich, young and accomplished. Reliable go-getters are everywhere. His voice turned bitter. So there's no reason she'd have to choose me. His friends exchanged bewildered looks. Liam seemed possessed as he suddenly asked, do either of you have girlfriends? They shook their heads. Then you wouldn't understand. Liam dismissed them with a wave. Get out. When Ryan arrived, he found Liam slouched on the couch, deep in thought, surrounded by tense faces. Ryan snorted. Serves you right for ditching me last time. Karma's a bitch when the girl's not into you. Huh? Liam's sharp glance silenced him. Jokes aside, Ryan tried helping. Look. When she stares at you with that mix of disgust and anger, like you're some creep she wants nothing to do with, shouldn't that make you give up? Liam actually considered this. He remembered their last car ride together after she'd accused. Liam, are you stalking me? The suffocating silence. Her standing frozen afterward, meeting his gaze with crystal-clear eyes devoid of any hidden meaning. Liam, are you a pervert? Her voice had been calm, clinical, as if genuinely curious whether he belonged in a true crime documentary. Liam's throat went dry. He stubbed out his cigarette, chugging water. Ryan gaped. Why are you blushing? Scrolling through their text history, Liam lingered on their last exchange. Did you get home safe? He'd replied, frowny face, yes. That was all. Yet he could still see her, soft features, rosebud lips parting, doe eyes holding tenderness meant for someone else. Who? Some college kid? Another guy from her circle? She dangled vulnerability before him like a taunt, then snatched it away. Asked if he was deranged. Now Liam embraced the madness jealousy wrought. Liam was still dressed in his usual casual outfit, not bothering to change even for meeting friends. If nothing else, Ryan dryly complimented, Liam's look makes him appear years younger. The man truly had a talent for stepping on landmines. Liam remained silent for a long moment before letting out a cold laugh. Do they earn more than me? Answer my calls at 3 a.m.? Understand her needs better? Can they? Had Ryan not physically covered his mouth, Liam might have added the ultimate selling point about dying earlier due to his age advantage, allowing her to inherit sooner. Dude, you're seriously messed up. Ryan spat while I calmly petted my cat. the 300,000 necklace around my neck glinting faintly. Liam had sourced it through multiple auctions, though I remained blissfully unaware of that fact. Emily sighed through the phone. Ryan keeps badgering me about your feelings toward Liam. At this point, the whole world knows he's into you. Sophie, what's your take? If you're not interested, I'll have Ryan relay the message. Liam won't randomly pop up at your yoga studio anymore. Honestly, how do you stay calm with him shadowing you everywhere? If I hated Liam, he wouldn't get within 10 feet of me. My fingers tightened around the cat's fur. I think I actually like him. The admission came out awkwardly. Emily went silent for 3 heartbeats before squealing. Oh! Meanwhile in the private lounge, Liam slumped against leather cushions, alcohol burning his throat. He desperately wanted to see Sophia again to drown in those eyes. To hear her exasperated Liam, "Are you a creep?" Once more. Madness. Closing his eyes, he visualized her braiding that waterfall of hair, the habitual gesture that somehow steadied him. "She's fishing for me," Liam declared with sudden clarity, ice cubes clinking in his glass. "Sophia's the most skilled angler I've ever met." The group gasped in unison. "You? Getting played?" Ryan choked on his drink. Traumatic flashbacks resurfacing. "If Emily treats me like her golden retriever, which I don't mind." "Mind you, does that mean Sophia? Don't you dare imply that about her." Liam's knuckles whitened around his glass. "She's pure. Kind. Nothing like your scheming socialites. You realize you're contradicting yourself, right?" Ryan threw up his hands. "You're hopeless." Liam stalked to the entrance, letting winter air slap sense into him. When he returned, resolve hardened his features. "I'm calling her. Tonight." For clarity, Ryan gave an encouraging nod as the dial tone pulsed like a heartbeat. "Hello?" The call connected, but there was silence on the other end. "Hello?" Liam's fingertips instinctively tensed. "Yes." "Liam." Emily's voice sounded soft and drowsy, as if she'd just woken from a nap. Liam asked if I needed more rest. "I'm fine." I yawned, idly twirling a rose between my fingers. "What's up? Are you free?" He seemed unprepared for my affirmative answer, the sudden confirmation leaving him momentarily speechless like air being sucked from a balloon. Liam's throat tightened. "I'll pick you up." "No need." I studied my reflection in the mirror. "I'll come to you. Could use some fresh air anyway." The line went dead as Liam froze in place. "She's coming here?" His pounding heartbeat echoed in his ears even after hanging up. When stillness returned, certainty gleamed in his dark eyes. "She likes me." Ryan nearly launched through the roof. "You're beyond help. Man, this is next-level delusional." Liam simply stated, "You'll understand why they call me calculating when she arrives." The group sat ramrod straight when I entered the private room moments later, wearing a simple white dress with my hair cascading down. Every eye tracked my movement as I stepped inside. Pausing for a breath, I heard Liam murmur master manipulator with forced derision. Yet his restless hands betrayed him lifting and replacing his glass repeatedly, stubbing out a cigarette upon remembering my arrival, powering his phone on and off. The classic fidgets of someone unraveling. Elbows nudged and meaningful glances flew between others, urging him to clarify things. Liam ignored them all, laser-focused on me as I greeted everyone and settled beside him. His nostrils flared when I passed roses layered with gardenias and jasmine, my signature scent. It took him 3 heartbeats to realize he'd been mentally cataloging floral notes like some lovesick perfumer. His gaze traveled from my lips upward until our eyes met under harsh overhead lighting. I squinted slightly at the glare, noting how his thin lips pressed into a tense line. "Let's go." He stood abruptly. "I'm taking you to dinner." He got up and draped his clothes over his shoulders. Stray hairs fell across his forehead as his dark lashes cast faint shadows. I asked Liam to pause. He looked confused. Reaching over, I adjusted the loose strands near his ear. Our breaths mingled too closely in the sudden proximity. Liam's mind went utterly blank except for one persistent thought. His lips kept twitching upward against his will. This was it. He was rationally, irrevocably done for. You're beyond saving, I muttered. During our meal, Liam's phone began buzzing relentlessly again. He instinctively reached to power it off. Girls texting you? You always shut it down so fast, afraid I'll see something? I propped my chin in my palm, staring him down. Not at all. Liam denied swiftly, then added with unsettling seriousness. You can check my phone whenever. I laughed awkwardly, cheeks warming. Just kidding. Ryan's messages dominated his notifications' frowny face. How can you tell she's into you? I don't see it. Unless the girl says I like you. It doesn't count. Liam glared at the screen. He had his own methods. I really like this look on you, I said, still studying him. Has anyone told you how good you pull this off? He glanced down at his casual sweater, a departure from his usual tailored suits. You're the first. Throughout dinner, Liam oscillated between stifling grins, resisting the urge to pace, and battling the inexplicable impulse to, he wasn't even sure. Maybe jealousy really had warped him. He fidgeted, uncharacteristically restless. There's something else, he finally said, intense gaze locking onto me. Am I still a creep? Oh, absolutely. I deadpanned. Liam, certified freak. Worse than a puppy begging for scraps. When he confessed his feelings later, I agreed without hesitation. Afterwards, he kept revisiting every past interaction with forensic obsession. Admit it, you were fishing for me all along. He nibbled my cheek, faux indignant. Why else would you say goodbye that way? Ask me to clasp your necklace? Seek me out first? I shrugged. The hook was obvious. Some people just leapt at it. His jealousy flared. I bit first. What's so great about college guys? I could act young too. Become a college guy? I snorted. How? He merely smirked. That dangerous glint returning, the one signaling his particular brand of beautifully unhinged devotion. Liam led me to the bedroom. A crisp white dress shirt lay prominently arranged on the bed. You'll understand in a moment, he said,